Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, this is what to do after ESE. You mainly the USC, as principal sir has said, okay, see, there is high chances that there won't be ESC and the results will be based upon the internal evaluations, but it's not confirmed. However, it's not confirmed. Uh, so, so all of these will be done very soon, and soon you will be promoted to the new class. Now, in the new class, in which stream you have to go +2 or A level. Okay, this is what we are going to discuss in this session. Now, first of all, I would like to congratulate and best of luck for your exam results, because you will now be waiting for the results of SCE, as there is very little chance of conducting the examinations. So what to do after SLC? You all must be thinking about it. You all must be very curious about this. Now, how to apply for the post-SC programs? Okay, there are options. One option is, okay, the place where you have been studying is Budhanilkantha School, and it's not essential that all of you must continue for the post-SC also. So there are options. One option is in Budhanilkantha School, and other options, like some of you might like to go to India or other colleges in Kathmandu. Okay, these options are there. After SC, you can join the other colleges as well. And whichever college you join, okay, mainly you will be going to the +2, or in certain colleges you will go for IB also. And the courses that we offer in Budhanilkantha School is 10+2 and Cambridge International A level. And you all know we don't offer the IB course over here. And what's the difference between the A level and the +2? Okay, both of them have equal recognition, but still, okay, many of you might have the confusion why they are still different. The way of learning, the way of teaching is different. The way of course approach is different in these two, although they have equal recognition. The main thing is, okay, if you look at these two pictures over here, okay, this one. Okay, this one is a stream, narrow stream, and okay, this is a narrow stream. This is wide river. So what you can see over here is it's narrow, but it's very deep. But over here, this is wide but less deep. Okay, this is, you can think this is a less deeper one. So in the same way, in the A level, the course contents are, compared to the 10+2s, lesser, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. It has to go through, we have to go through it very deeply. And in case of the +2, okay, there are wide coverage of the contents, but it doesn't mean that, okay, we will be touching the content only. There will be lesser in depth, but less depth means it won't be easy again. There you have to cover the wide contents in NEP 10+2. So that is the main difference between these two. Now you might have this in your mind, then which one is easy and better? This would certainly come into your mind, and so this would also make you difficult to choose the stream. So the main target, okay, you might be wanting to go to media, okay, this electrical engineering, okay, the doctor, scientist, okay, these different psychology, these different fields you would like to go, and there is no among these two, there is no only one stream which will show you this path from either 10+2 or A level. These fields can be gone. So there is no hindrance uh, from choosing this stream. Now, what is the main difference between the 10+2 and A level? So I'll go through it now. Okay, as I've told you, in +2 there will be wide coverage of the contents. Okay, many content you will be covering. But in A level, lesser number of contents, but there will be in-depth coverage. And so it is especially for +2, okay, those who can work very hard. Okay, we can learn by heart, who can spend much time who are very patient, it's good for those people. And those who cannot spend much time, and those who cannot learn by heart, and if they are very talent and tactical, then for them this A level would be a better choice. And in plus two, in the name of the content coverage, there will be everything will be studied, like lead in chemistry, frog, all of these are still there in the topic. But whereas in the A levels, these are pragmatic studies only, which the topics which are not used in the industries are removed from the syllabus. Lead, frogs, rabbits, these are not studied in A level. So this is an example. In biology subject, animal biology is taught in the plus two. In A level, human biology will be taught in the syllabus. And so what would we mean advantage and disadvantage over here is while going to the entrance examinations, mainly the question will come from the animal biology. So A level students have to again have make extra study before going to the entrance examinations. But once they are selected in the MBBS, okay, at that time they will be studying the human biology. So there will be extra benefit for them from the A levels. And if you look at the math, okay, there will be wide coverage in the content, whereas in the A level there will be very narrow content coverage, but there is in-depth study. Okay, I'm reiterating this. For example, okay, when I say this, okay, if I ask you to write about this Budhanilkantha School, then in plus two you will be covering principal, students, staff, houses, okay, well, landscape, trees, everything that will be covered in the plus two side. But in A level side, if it is asked to write about the Budhanilkantha School, then the syllabus will focus on any particular part only, like only principal. Then in terms of the principal only, there will be in-depth studies. So that is the main difference between these two. There are 6 subjects to study in plus two, and in A level there is in Budhanilkantha School there are 5 fixed formal subjects to complete. And number of subjects can be increased. The students can take on their own, but at least 5 subjects is compulsory in Budhanilkantha School. And exam style, if you look at the exam style in the plus two, everything is taught. As I told you, there is wide content coverage, how to walk, run, jump, fly, everything will be taught, and in the question, and from them directly the question will be asked. But in case of the A level, it's a little bit different. If you are taught how to walk, then in the exam questions you will be asked how to jump. So you have to use a lot of intelligence and tactics while answering the questions. So course content will be less. When you look at the courses and syllabus, it seems to be easy, but it won't be easy in A level, and it won't be easy in 10%. They both of them have the equal weightage. All right. So these things you have to keep in your mind. And if you look at the exam style is per annum. In plus two, per year the examination will take place. Whereas in the exam cycle, in A level is twice per year. So after every 6 months, the examination will take place. So mainly in May June session, there will be we run the final examinations, and apart from that, we run the examination in the November as well. And those who want to repeat the subject, they can go for November session as well. And another benefit over here is, okay, if you are in case of the A level, if you are not satisfied with the grade you have obtained in the result you have obtained in the June, like okay, I write one over here. Like in math, you got a C grade in June session, and you are not happy with this. And so in this case, then what you can do is you can again go for the November, and you got suppose okay, and B grade in the November session, and then this B will be considered and this can be discarded. And in case you got D grade in November, and in that case, this can be discarded and this can be used. Okay, so these are that is the benefit we can see in the year level. And that benefit is not seen in the +2. All right. And in terms of the cost, okay, the exam fees are cheaper comparatively, but exam fees in the year level is comparatively very expensive. Okay, and so if you take exams again and again, your cost will increase a lot. And in case of the +2, okay, recently in the newly revised syllabus, some test MCQ questions are added here in the final examinations. So there will be some practice. In the past, there were no MCQ questions, but a few MCQ questions has been added. So you will have a little practice of MCQ type of questions. But in year level, there are separate one paper for MCQ, and with a MCQ practice, you will find it much easy when you go for entrance examinations. So that is another benefit in case of the year level. And in case of the class +2s, the MCQs are nowadays added. So this will also have certain advantages. Now, in case of +2, it's difficult to get selected in the foreign colleges compared to the year level. For year level students, is comparatively much easier. It doesn't mean that the +2 students will not get selected. We have our students who are from +2s who are getting the scholarship in very good universities, but still, compared to the +2s, year level students much easily get the placement. And EMBS engineering, if you apply in the Nepal and India, in the Asian countries, okay, from +2 side, comparatively it's easy, because many of the things that have been studied, okay, those the entrance questions will be based on that, and so they will find it much easy. They would have covered wide content coverage. But in case of the year level, okay, because of the lesser content coverage, okay, you will have to once again go through certain topics, extra topics. But it doesn't mean that year level students will not be able to cover it. So you have to go, but you will be able to cover it. And in +2 side, most of the contents would have been covered, so they would find comparatively much easy. So these are the differences, okay. But there is absolutely there is no only disadvantages and advantages in both of the streams. Now let's look at the subject combinations. In year level, in Budhanilkantha School offers different subject combinations. In year level, we have the subject combination we offer apart from the other compulsory subjects. These are the different subject combinations we offer. Okay, these are different subject combinations. PCB means physics, chemistry, biology. PCE means physics, chemistry, economics. This P is physics, chemistry, biology. This is physics, chemistry, economics, and this PCF is physics, chemistry, further math, and this PCC is physics, chemistry, and computer, and this EBA means economics, business, and accounting, and this EBC means eco, business, and computer. Okay, so these are the different subject combinations, and you can join in either of them. And some of those subject combinations are very competitive, like PCF is very competitive because there are limited seat, and compared to that, other subjects you can choose, and based upon your merits you will get selected with your choice, and it depends upon your preference and depends upon your the aggregate percentage from class 9 and 10. So based upon that you can go for these different subject combinations. And in the plus 2 side there are only 2 streams we offer here, that is physics chemistry biology and physics chemistry computer. And apart from this, okay, in year level and in these plus 2, these are the different subject combinations that you can have a choice. But apart from that, the English language and mathematics are compulsory. So English and mathematics are compulsory, and apart from that you can have other subject combinations according to your choice. Now application procedure you have to follow, okay, if you are going to apply for these, and your application form must be completed from should come to the school completed. After completing the form, it should come to us by 1st of June, which is just 18th. And the payment of all school dues should be completed by June 11, which is just 28. So these has to be these criteria must be fulfilled. Now, while how do you make the placement? Okay, there aren't unlimited seats. There are very limited seats. So all of you will not get selected in the particular program only and particular subject combination only. And so we will be selecting under this basis for non-science program. For non-science program, as like where there are no science subjects like this. These are the science subjects, and these are the non-science program. In science program, okay, there will be physics and chemistry in all, and apart from that, some non-science subject can also be added, like economics are added over here. And in non-science programs are economics, business, accounting, and economics, business, computer. So purely for non-science subjects, we are a bit lenient in the percentage. And so for the non-science programs, we will base the 65% aggregate, and in that 65% aggregate, we will be counting 20% of class 9 and 80% of class 10. And for science programs, generally we base it at 70% aggregate, with 20% from class 9 and 80% from class 10. And this is not the only part which we'll be considering. We have to look at the recommendations. We'll be looking at the recommendations or no objection letter from the HOs, HODs, PPs, and the principal. And when you fulfill all these criteria, then you will be selected once it is approved by the academic committee. In case you don't get the placement, okay, in case you don't get the placement, there is an option. Still, there is an option in Budhanilkantha School. You will go for entrance examinations along with the other students, which we conduct for the outsiders. And the extra benefit over here is, okay, we won't charge you any application fee for this entrance examination. And scholarships. Limited scholarships are available from the government of Nepal for the year level studies in Budhanilkantha School, and scholarships is usually given to only the students on merit basis only. So that who are very exceptionally good in the studies will get those scholarships, and that's not the only part. Students who are also fee payers, but fee payers up to the class 10 SE, but have done exceptionally well. If they have also the economic problems, then those students could also be considered for the scholarship. Now let's look at the form. Now we need to which we'll have to fill out the form. The form that I have already uploaded in the Teams, so you can go to the file section of the Teams and download this form. And first of all, think about the stream that you are going to choose, consult with your parents as well, and then carefully you start to fill up this form. Over here, if you are choosing for the A level, okay, tick A level over here. Okay, like over here. If you are going to choose for 10+2, tick over here. And this much part is the for Cambridge A level program. So which subject you want to choose? PCB, okay, and it's not over here. This is the first preference, second preference, third preference. If you are going to choose for the PCB, okay, that is your first priority, ticket over here. But there is no guarantee that you would get chosen in this PCB. So give the second priority as well. So you might like to have this PCB as the second priority and EBC as the third priority. So if you're in case you're not selected in the first preference of your choice, like in the PCB, then we might offer you in the other subject combination. And if you are not selected in the second priority also, then we might offer you the EBC. And if you accept it, then we'll admit you. And if you are applying for the 10+2 program, then these are the compulsory subjects, and it's the first preference, second preference. The PCB, if PCB is your first preference, put it tick over here, and PCC is the second preference, put it tick over there. And then you must do your signature over here. Signature over here, and your parents' signature is also very essential. Your parents should sign over here, and your parents' full name, mobile number, and date. It should be clearly mentioned over here. Okay, so that's all. So thank you so much. So if you have any other questions, if you have any questions,
Do we submit the form virtually or in person?
Please, okay, I will write the mail address over here. Fill out the form and then office at bnks.edu.np. Okay, office at bnks.edu.np.
And
in this address, you email your form. You download it and make sure you have signed on that sheet. Your original signature should be there, and then scan it, and then you can scan it through your mobile. Scan it and then send it into this email address, oefficeoffice@bnks.edu.np.
Can't we fill it up on like Microsoft Word? Because not all of us have scanners.
You can scan it from your mobile, can't you?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. But printing?
Because you know your signature is essential.
But the printing, not all of us also have.
You manage it. Subham, I'm sure you can manage it, Subham.
During lockdown, we can't go to the shops to buy food. Now you expect us to print it.
Okay, try your best. Okay, the lockdown will not be longer for a long time. Anyone has any other questions?
Sir, can you tell the email once again?
Office at OEFFIC office at bnks.edu.np. Anyone has any questions, please? If you have any confusions, you can raise now.
Sir, is scholarship available for A levels as well?
Yeah, just now I've told you, just those who have been studying under scholarships. Okay, certain government scholarships are available, and that would be provided on the merit basis, and not only for one scholarship students who are fee payers also. But if they have exceptionally done well and if they apply for the scholarships, they might get.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please go on.
Sir, what is the procedure to transfer from one program to other if we feel like shifting from one program to other?
It's once you are selected for, it's difficult. If you're selected for +2, and it's very difficult to come to the A level because there won't be placements. All the placements will be filled up completely, and it's difficult to change the stream. We do not normally allow you to do that. So you have to carefully think before you apply whether you want to go for +2, NEP +2, or the A level. And I'm telling you, okay, both of them have equal value. Both of them are equally recognizable. They are recognized everywhere, both of them. And the only thing is the course approach is different. Some of you like the A level course approach. Some of you like the 10+2 course approach. But both from using both the streams, you can go to any field you want in future. All right.
Yes, sir.
So I have a doubt. How do you apply for the additional subjects? I mean, I want to take computer as an additional subject. So how can I?
In A level?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages in A level is whichever subject combination you choose, that is going to be your formal subjects. You must pass in all those subjects. And apart from that, suppose you want to take the psychology, and you can take that optional subject. And not only that, in okay, normally your main examination will take place in the June. It's not necessary to take that extra subject in June. You may take it in some other session in the November as well, you know. Normally we conduct the non-science subjects in the November once you complete the first year. Like English subject we conduct in the November. Economics and half portion of math subject, like year 1 portion, we conduct in the November. And in case you spoil those exams and you spoil your results, then again you can go for the same subject in the June. And in case you have done it exceptionally well, suppose you got A in the mathematics AS level, you don't need to go for each examination again. You can sit for the remaining year 2 papers only in mathematics. So that is the advantage. And again, okay, let me tell you clearly. Suppose in mathematics you got B grade in the November in the year 1 portion, and the total year level result will be the combination of year 1 and year 2 result. So if you already get the B grade in the year one, either you can leave those papers and go only for the year two papers, or you can again go through those papers, year one and year two. And while doing that, in case in the year one portion you got the A grade, then A grade will automatically be considered by the Cambridge. So they will add the best grade from year one and year two grade and give you the aggregate, give you the final grade. Now, in case you secured the lower grade like D grade in the June session, you had got the B grade in the November session in year one, and you got D grade in the year one in the June session, then that will be discarded. The lower grade will be discarded, the best grade would be chosen. So that is a benefit in the A level. And it doesn't mean that okay, there are only disadvantages in the plus two side. In plus two side, okay, in class 11, and there will be class 11 and class 12. And class 11 examination will be internal only, that won't be considered in the final NEB board examinations. Finally, NEB board examination will consider only the class 12 results only. Class 12 exam results only. Okay. Anyone has any other questions? Please be clear about these streams before you go for choosing the program. So, do you have any more question?
No, sir. If you have your question, you won't give me a good answer.
Anyone has any other questions?
But
so,
what you said, never mind. You said both of these streams are equally recognized, no? But later, but you've showed us in the presentation how, if you're applying outside, you're a bit of you're in a bit of a hole if you're taking A level, grade +2, I know. So isn't A levels a bit more better?
The main thing is Cambridge qualification is that international qualification. The university easily understand those qualification and results, and the +2 is our national.
So it isn't equally recognized internationally.
So very good results from +2s are getting the placement so far, right? Compared to that, okay, A level, okay, since they easily recognize it, or +2 A level students are easily getting the placement. And another thing is, okay, the +2, those students who are studying the +2, okay, the number of applicants for the foreign universities are also less. Those who are coming from the +2s, they specifically target for the engineering and the MBBS. That is another reason. But what I tell you all is, if you are going for +2s, it's not necessary that you should only target for the engineering and MBBS. You can also apply for the foreign universities and go to other subjects. There are many scopes in other subjects as well, not only engineering and the MBBS. You can go to economics field also, like A levels you will go. Okay, that is the main reason why A level and +2s are in selection of A level and +2s. The selection quantity is different. Those who have studied A level, they apply in any subjects. But those who are applying from the +2 sides, they mainly target for the engineering and MBBS.
Thank you, sir.
Once they are not selected over there, then okay, they go on frustration. That should not happen. Okay, are you clear, Swam?
Yes, sir. Frustration. So,
you should not undergo frustration. All right, that's what I say. You will not achieve.
you give us the symptom as well.
Whatever you target that in life, everything will not be achieved. So you have to make the other alternatives. If that is not obtained, then go for other alternatives. rather than going to the frustrations. Okay. And normally what we see is plus two, those who come for plus two, they severely target for the MBS and engineering, which is very, very competitive. That should not be done. And number of our students from Budhanilkantha schools, they are not only targeting for the MBS and engineering, they are also applying for the foreign university, which is very good. Okay, so you can have the subject of your choice, and after completing from the foreign university, again you can come back and work in work in your country again.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, who is this?
Sir, Sridhana.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Yes.
is there possibility to sit for exam again if we fail in any subject in +2?
But you will have to wait for 1 year because the examination takes place once in a year. All right.
Sir, we have to sit for all subjects or only the subject in which we are failed?
If you have failed in one subject, then you can sit for that. You can get the chance. You can if you have failed in one subject, you would be given the chance examinations, which will take place within 1 month. If you are failed in 2 or more subjects, then you will have to wait for a year.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Like, when are we going to get the name, like, list of the student who have got placement and those who have not?
Yeah, we will very quickly, we will proceed it. Once the deadlines are finished and once you obtain all your forms, then very quickly we'll do the process. And probably within 1 week, the name list will be published. Because we'll very quickly we'll complete it, and after that, after this internal selection, then we'll go for the external selection. We'll conduct the entrance examinations, and we'll select the outside students as well, and that will be done. That will be done within 1 week, and so probably from the second week of Asar, your A-level class will start. That will be online class.
So, like, if we get the placement for like EVA, economics, and other, and like if we have interest on something like science, right? Then like do we have the exam type of
Sorry,
entrance
I
exam?
didn't hear. Sorry, I didn't hear. Please tell me again.
So, like, if we have the aggregates for the economics and business account side, and but we have interest on something like science side, then do we have to give the entrance?
Your aggregate was not enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in that case, if you are not selected, if there is extremely strong recommendations, also sometimes that could work. Okay, you could get selected, and in case you are not selected due to the lesser percentage, and then you can go for the entrance examinations. And we had in the past students who were not selected in the internal process. They had gone to the entrance examination and they got selected. Okay, any other questions? So if you still have questions, you know that, yeah.
Can I ask? So actually, I wanted to apply for PCFC, physics, chemistry, further math, and computer, but I don't see
No.
the option of
It
PCFC.
will only PCF or PCC. PCF subject combination is physics, chemistry, further mathematics.
So can't we apply for the both subject, please?
No. You either choose PCF or PCC. So PCF you have chosen, and then you might want to take the computer as extra subject. All right. Is that what you want to know?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In that case, all right, that would be your formal subjects, and your routine will be according to your formal subject. And you may study computer, but you may not be able to attend the class because there will be the subject classes. So in many cases you will have to make your own study by yourself for the extra subjects. Okay, we cannot make a separate arrangement for you to study the extra subjects in the school. In case you have free time, then you may the class, but the chance of that is very little. Yeah, Nista, are you going to ask some question? So apart from this, okay, if you get a question in your mind at any other time, just you can make a call to me, and okay, I'll clear you at that time. So shall we leave now?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, who is going to ask the question?
Sir, can we like we can we keep them in second and first preference and
Sorry, can we
sir,
what?
A levels and plus 2 at the same time, and we will keep them in first and second preference? Can we do so?
No, for +2 again, we'll be, yeah, you can do that at this moment. Those who want to apply for the +2 also, you can fill up the form now, because we will be selecting internally for both A level and +2s. All right, and if you have first preference for A level and second preference for 10+2, that can also be done. Has everybody understood this? It doesn't mean that we are talking about the A level only today. We are talking about both +2 and A level. So if you are applying for +2, apply for it. We'll select you internally along with the A level selections. And if you have the first preference for +2 and second preference for A level, mention it clearly. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, while we are choosing, like, if we want to study extra subjects, like if I want to study PCF and I want to take accounts, then which combination I would like to choose? Like I want to study 5 main subject and 1 extra. Then what can I do?
Okay. Main thing you need to understand this. In all the A level subjects and even in the +2 also, math is made compulsory. So once math is made compulsory, it's not necessary to go for extra subjects, because if you have math subject in your, if you have studied the math subject, then you can go to any other fields. But if you take PCF, there are double math subjects over there. So in future you can go in any field, account, business, psychology, whichever field you want to go, you can go. So it's not necessary to take so many extra subjects. And remember that taking these 5 subjects will not be easy as you think now. Okay, there you will have to spend a lot of time. You won't have sufficient time to even revise all these, and it's very difficult to prepare for the extra subjects at that time. Right? But if you are exceptionally talented, and if you are able to spend extra time in the extra subjects, it's okay, you can do that. But still, in those extra subjects also, it is very difficult to spend your time for whole A level subjects. You will be able to spend your time only for the A1 subject only, which is half A level. All right. And what I suggest you is, if you're exceptionally interested on those extra subjects, then spend little time and go for those exemption in off sessions, like in the November. All right, so that your formal subjects performance will not be disturbed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So at this moment, you need to choose for the main formal subjects. Which formal subject you actually want, you have to choose those subjects. Extra subjects, it doesn't matter you pass or fail in those subjects. So if you have time, you can go for it. If you don't have time, it won't trouble you in your life. Okay, any last question? Anyone has last question before we leave? Okay, those of your friends who are not present today, okay, you can inform them about the today's session, and they can go through it. We have recorded it, and ask them to go through it. And if you still get confusions, or your friends, if they get confusion, then ask them to call me. Okay, shall I leave now?
Sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if we take the optional subject and we don't get good grades in that optional subject, will it harm in further studies?
No. It won't harm you in any way. It won't harm you. Even if you get E also, it will be beneficial for you. All right.
That means
and in
they are
case you
just
got
for
the
us
fail result,
our outer knowledge.
Sorry.
They are also, they are there for just more knowledge, not like they are not
No,
important
the
in our other placements.
university would count it when you apply for different university. They would count it like thinking skill subjects. Certain university they count those subjects. So
Thank
it
you,
would it would be helpful for your college selections. But it's not, if you cannot give time, it's not necessary, because in mainly in A level in outside countries, if you are passed in 3.5 subjects is sufficient for them. But in Asian countries, okay, it has to made equivalent to +2, and so you have to study the 5 subjects. Okay.
Sir, do we have more options for like English? Like there are so many types of English papers we can take. Do we have options?
In English?
Yes, sir, in English.
In English, in A level in Budhanilkantha School, we offer the English general paper and English language. Now, English language is extremely difficult. It's not difficult for us only. Okay, it's difficult for even the Britishers as well. Many students fail in UK also in English language, and still we are trying our best to do well in English language. We are conducting the English. We are making the English as the main subject in Budhanilkantha School, and very few students are getting the very good grades in English language also. And those who are not getting the good grades, okay, we then offer them, we teach the English language in the class. Then if they cannot do well, we'll allow them to sit for the November exam first. If they get good grades, it's sufficient. And if they can't get the good grades, and if they are confident to go for it again, they can go. But if they cannot do well in the English language, then we offer them the EGP. Whatever you have studied in English language is sufficient to go for the EGP. And those who could not do well in English language, they are able to do well in the EGP. And both have equal weightage. So we first target for the English language, and if you cannot do it, then we send you to the EGP. And remember, English language of the A level is not like the English language of SE and +2. It's entirely different. A level English language is very difficult. You have to study from the very beginning. It's not that, okay, if you only speak in English, will be sufficient. Speaking English alone is not sufficient. You have to read the books, a lot of books. So if you are going to for A level, don't only focus upon the science subjects. You have to start reading from the very beginning, different English books. That plan you should make it from the very beginning. Okay, then I will leave now. All right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.